Okay, so welcome to your second ever lesson, which we want to go and firstly look back at what we did in the first lesson very quickly, which was the top hand notes of the bagpipe chanter scale. Those were D, E, F, high G, and high A. We took a breath, we sounded that note again, and then we went down the way from high A to high G to F to E to D, making sure that all our fingers are nice and straight but relaxed. We're now going to do the bottom hand notes. So we've been holding the chanter down at the bottom up till now. We now want to have a look at our fingers on our right hand. Okay. On each finger we have three pads. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? It's vitally important that we use the second pad on each of these three fingers, and we use the first pad on the pinky. Okay? The right hand thumb is merely a support, okay, which rests on the back of the chanter. So if we put our left hand on as so, and we put the right hand on, we're going to put the right hand pointing finger down, making sure it's nice and relaxed and straight, and more importantly on the second pad. We're then going to stretch out our pinky and make sure that the first pad is covering the very bottom hole, so that we've got two notes spare at the moment. And we're going to place our right hand thumb loosely on the back of the chanter, roughly in line with the middle finger. If we sound that note correctly, we get the note C. Now, if we can do that, we simply lower these two fingers down onto those spare two holes and making sure that they're bang on the second pad. Now again, if I put some pressure onto my fingers, hopefully you will see where the holes lie on the chanter. Right there, right there, right there, and there. Vitally, vitally important. So if you've went from C and you drop these two fingers, we're hopefully going to get the note low G. It's quite a deep sound, da, and it's really important that we get that before we move on to anything else. That is a major achievement in your piping journey, to be able to get that note there. In order to get it, you must be able to feel the holes beneath each finger and make sure that there's absolutely no air escaping. Okay, after we can achieve that, we're going to simply lift up the pinky, and that gives us the note low A. So from low G to low A. Da, 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 low G, low A, B. Now, it gets a little bit trickier at this point. This middle finger is going to come up, and as it comes up, the pinky finger is going to cover the bottom hole again, like so. Okay, so we have low G, low A, B, and C. Okay, and then to simply get the next note, which is the correct D, we lift this finger up here. So the three fingers are up and the pinky remains down. Which is more or less the same note as we got when we were trying to get that first initial note, but now we have the pinky on, and that makes it from a sort of D to an absolute correct D. So what we've achieved in this lesson so far is low G, low A, B, C, and D. To move up to E, this finger is going to come off, but this is really the trickiest part of doing the bagpipe chanter scale. These three fingers are currently up, are going to go down at the exact same time as this E finger comes up. At that exact same time, the pinky is also going to come up. Okay, so in a slow motion, we have this sort of effect. Okay, so from D to E. We want to make sure that there's absolutely no crossing noises at this point. So it's vitally important that this finger and the pinky are raised in a sharp manner. D, E. Okay, that should take some practice. And then thereafter, it should be quite straightforward to do the rest of the chanter scale. From E to F to high G and high A. Remember, we call these high G and high A because we've got a low G and a low A. So, all of the notes of the bagpipe chanter scale go as follows. Low G, low A, B, C, D, E, F, high G, high A. And that concludes your second lesson. Well done, practice hard.